Please subscribe to Real Spill. Now, let's begin. Margaret Collins had been working at this restaurant for over 20 years. She started as a kitchen helper, worked her way up to line cook, and about 12 years ago became the head chef. Cooking wasn't just a job for her, it was her life. She had worked in cafeterias before they shut down, then moved to small cafes, and eventually ended up here. The owner, Daniel Brooks, was a creative type. He loved coming up with new dishes, experimenting, trying things no one else did. But he had one serious weakness: gambling. It had already cost him his marriage, and more than once, it nearly cost him everything else. Margaret had tried talking to him countless times, begged him, warned him, even threatened him. He would agree, promise to stop, and then fall right back into it. Daniel didn't just play cards for fun. He played for money. Big money. There were times when the entire staff had to wait 2 months to get paid. But eventually, he always made things right, even added bonuses. He wasn't a bad man. Generous, actually. So people stayed. That morning, Margaret reached for the door handle with a strange, uneasy feeling. Something wasn't right. The moment she walked in, she knew. The waiters were gathered behind the counter, whispering. No one was working. Morning. What's going on? Why isn't anyone doing anything? Margaret, you didn't hear. If I had, I wouldn't be asking. They hesitated. He lost it. Her chest tightened. Lost what? The restaurant. He lost the whole place. The new owner's coming tonight. Margaret walked straight to Daniel's office and pushed the door open. Well, you want to explain? He looked at her, then lowered his eyes. Guess they already told you. She sat down without asking. I thought you quit. He lit a cigarette. So did I. And now, nothing. He'll be here tonight. You're not even going to try to fix this. With what money? The day dragged painfully. Daniel just sat there, staring into nothing. Margaret kept working. Cooking always calmed her down. She wasn't afraid of a new owner. Chefs like her didn't get replaced easily. But Daniel, that was different. By evening, the new owner arrived. Tyler Reed, early 30s, flashy, loud, surrounded by people just like him. Well, didn't expect much, but wow. This place needs a serious upgrade. The waitresses pressed themselves against the walls. Daniel stepped out, pale. Tyler walked up to him. We'll sign everything in the morning. Tonight, we celebrate. Then he noticed Margaret. And you are head chef. He laughed. Not anymore. Sorry, but we're going in a different direction. Younger energy. Margaret froze. Grandma, your time's up. That was it. She took off her apron, her chef's hat, threw them straight at him, and walked out. She didn't even realize she had left her bag behind, or her keys. Only when she got home did it hit her. She borrowed a spare key from her neighbor, collapsed on the couch, cried, fell asleep. She woke up not long after. The apartment felt wrong. Empty. At that hour, she was always at work. Without thinking, she got dressed and went outside. The city was alive. People were walking, enjoying the last warm nights before autumn. Somehow, her feet led her back to the restaurant. The front door was locked, but the lights were still on. She went around back and slipped inside quietly. It was silent. Too silent. She grabbed her things from the kitchen and headed for the exit, then stopped. Something wasn't right. Lights on. No one around. She stepped into the dining room. Tyler was there, slumped over the table. Seriously, passed out already. She stepped closer, touched his shoulder. He started to fall. She barely caught him, and immediately understood. This wasn't alcohol. His lips were blue, his jaw clenched. Margaret carefully laid him on the floor and called an ambulance. Then she called Daniel. Get here, now. Something's wrong. The ambulance arrived quickly. Daniel showed up at the same time. What happened? I don't know. Looks like a heart attack. I'm a chef, not a doctor. Tyler was taken away. Doctors confirmed it, heart condition. Not his first episode. He wasn't even supposed to drink anything stronger than tea. After the ambulance left, Margaret looked at Daniel. So, what now? He suddenly smiled. Make us your coffee. They sat there in the empty restaurant, just like old times. Margaret, marry me. She raised an eyebrow. Really, now? He laughed. I've never understood how you say things like that with a straight face. Fair enough. Let's just close up. I'll walk you home. She looked at him, smiled. You know what? I agree. With what? Marrying you. He choked on his breath. She waited, curious. Would he laugh it off or actually say something? But they didn't get the chance. Someone had come in through the back. A well-dressed man. Confident. Familiar. Daniel stood up immediately. Mr. Carter. Margaret suddenly remembered. She'd seen him on the news. May I? He asked, glancing at the table. Of course. I wouldn't mind some coffee. Been on my feet all night. 10 minutes later, Margaret placed a cup in front of him. Thank you. I understand it was you who found my son. Your son? Tyler. Everything clicked. I don't even know how to thank you, he said. You saved his life. He paused. He's had heart problems since childhood. We should have done surgery a long time ago. His mother was always afraid. Now we don't have a choice. We're flying him out tonight. Margaret sighed. He turned to Daniel. I love this restaurant. You know that, but I'd never seen my son here before. What was he doing here? Daniel hesitated. It's his now. He won it from me. The man almost choked. Seriously. He shook his head. Have you signed anything? Not yet. Morning. Good. You won't. He stood up. Keeping your restaurant is the least I can do. My son is all I have. He placed his card on the table. If you need anything, call. And left. They stood there in silence. Margaret finally said, What just happened? Daniel smiled. That was power. Then looked at her. I guess I only have one option now. I transfer half the restaurant to you. She narrowed her eyes. Oh, feeling generous. He laughed. Or, I marry you. Saves me the paperwork. Keeps the chef. And maybe keeps me out of trouble. She laughed. Not exactly romantic. I'm almost 50. Romance is optional. They walked outside, holding hands. The sun was already rising. They couldn't even properly close the restaurant. Daniel kept trying to kiss her. They'd had something casual before. But that night, everything changed. The restaurant thrived again. Even better than before. New equipment arrived, top of the line. Margaret treated it like treasure. Daniel would joke, You're more gentle with those machines than with me. They're not machines. They're equipment. And me? You're not that fragile. By the way, she added one day, we need fresh vegetables tomorrow. And good ones from the market, not those warehouses. Daniel sighed dramatically and followed her. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video. It's just one click for you, but it means a lot to me. Thank you. Stories like this don't feel real until you realize how often they actually happen. One bad decision, one night, and everything you built for years can disappear. A career, a place, a future. Daniel almost lost it all, not because he was a bad person, but because he thought he still had time to fix things. And Margaret, she didn't plan to save anyone. She didn't expect anything in return. She just stayed, when it would have been easier to walk away. And sometimes, that's the difference between everything ending and everything starting over. Because second chances don't come with warnings. They don't wait until you're ready. They show up quietly, in moments you almost miss. So think about it. If you were in her place, tired, hurt, already walking away, would you come back? Would you help? Or would you let it end? If this story made you feel something even for a moment, like the video and subscribe to Real Spill, because the next story might not feel like a story at all.